ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकलावयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। सवेक्षात् मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्र वातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवम्। श्री श्री ग्रंथराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, सब इकट्ठे भक्तों की जय। Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming here. English, Hindi, English. अब तो वसंत प्रभु has also become expert in Tamil. Hindi, Tamil, what all Prabhu? How many languages? Tulu, Malayalam. My God, amazing. I remember this on Malayalam. One of our god brothers, he was in Trivandrum, and he was, Prabhu must be knowing, he was walking with the headphones and the railway tracks came and he was listening to some music. He did not hear the train coming. The train hit him. He lost both his hands and both his legs. And he was like a vegetable on the bed. So he asked, now what devotional service can I do? I want to do something till I'm alive. And senior god brothers were telling that the flies would be there on his mouth, but he cannot remove them. So Maharaj told him, you do one thing, you translate Srimad Bhagavatam in Malayalam. Until then there was no Malayalam Bhagavatam. And today what is available is his. He was told and he was reading and he was translating, and that was documented and then it was published. At least first 2 cantos I know, after that I don't know. Name Prabhuji, you remember? I will tell, I've forgotten the name. Many years back this is. So this just goes to prove that if the devotee decides to do devotional service, no matter what the condition is, can do. Imagine the situation, my God. He is no more now. Before we start Srimad Bhagavatam today, some 1 or 2 verses came. They were very interesting. And in a way, they are hard-hitting, but they are also relieving. See, you would have noticed after something hits hard, then you are relieved because you You basically lose yourself, right? You said, okay, अब तो जो होना है होगा. So please repeat after me. I opened the. Give me 1 minute, please. Yes. This comes in first canto. First and second canto shlokas are direct, all are directed from Golok, but first two cantos is, please see this one, you will realize. Please repeat. Kala karma gunadehino dehoyam pancha bhautika katham anyastu gopaye sarpagrasata yatha param. We are always worried that we are convinced inside that we can actually make everything right by our endeavor. Generally that is the, of course endeavor has to be done. There is no doubt about it, and Krishna helps. So this is the shloka when Vidurji met Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra, all sons killed, he was peacefully living with Yudhishthir Maharaj despite all his sons annihilated by the Pandavas. And then he tells him that why are you staying like a dog and all that. And then finally Dhritarashtra leaves for the mountains, for the north. Next day morning, Yudhishthir Maharaj is very much aggrieved. What Papa I have done that he has left. I tried my best, but still he has left. Maybe he has gone to commit suicide because I killed his sons. Maybe he is upset with me. He was like that. What is happening to him? He is so old, he is blind. Naradji comes at that time. Naradji tells this shloka. And this is an amazing shloka. I think 2-3 times we will do, and then we will remember this. Kal, what is Kal? Time. Karma. Gun. Dehoyam. Pancha. Bhautika. Everybody knows Sanskrit. See? Kal, karma, gun, adhino. Adhin is what? Is submissive to. Kal, karma and gun, adhino, dehoyam. This body is submissive to 3 things. Kal, karma and guna. It is made up of these things. Dehoyam pancha bhautika. It is made up of, body is made of 5 things. Bhumi, rapo, anal, vayu, khamman, buddhi, revcha, right? Chiti, jal, pavak, gagana, samira, pancha bhutaya, adam, sarira. 5 things ka bana hua hai. And it is governed by 3 things. Time, karma and guna. Then he tells him something. Katham anyastu gopayet. Gopayet means how you can save. Gopayat, exact meaning, Prabhupada, give protection. Naradji tells what to speak of giving protection to others. This body is made up of 5 things and is governed by Kal, Karma and Gun. Who can save somebody? Katham anyastu. Who else can save somebody? Sarp grasat yatha param. The one who is already grasat by the sarp. What sarp is that? Time. The one who is already grasat, is already captured by the serpent of time. जो काल रूपी सर्प में बैठा हुआ है ऑलरेडी, वो दूसरे को क्या बचा सकता है? मतलब क्या है? अब चाचा अपनी बचा. One should pray for others. One should try to save them. Everything one should do, definitely, because they are mame vanchu jeevan okay. But this should not be forgotten, that Kal karma gun adhino dehoyam pancha bhautikah kadam manyastu gopaye sarpagrasat yatha param this gross material body made of 5 elements is already under the control of eternal time, kal, action, karma, and the modes of material nature, guna. How then can it, being already in the jaws of serpent, protect others? Hard hitting but relieving also. क्या कर सकते हैं, करना चाहिए इसका, we should not misuse this. हम तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, छोड़ दो. Not like that, but especially in period of separation. Okay, so third canto we are in Srimad Bhagavatam, and Brahmaji is generating Prajapatis, and he is telling them you should go and increase the population, and he himself is generating variety of living entities. Something very interesting, you won't believe this is Srimad Bhagavatam. One thing is for sure, whatever we are seeing around us has already happened in the past, either in the spiritual world or in some parampara or somewhere it has happened. See this one and you will really relish it. 3:20:23. So this chapter, the 3:20:23, it's about creation and generating the population, and then we will go on to today's discussion. Please repeat. Devo Deva Jaghanatah Sajati Samati Lolupanata En Lolupataya Maithunaya Bipedare. Deva meaning Lord Brahma, Advena, Jagannatha. From his buttocks he created the demons. Srajati Sam, he gave birth. Ati Lolupan, they were excessively fond of sex. And what did they do? Enam Lolupataya Maithunaya. They got attracted to Lord Brahmaji. Can you believe it? This is Srimad Bhagavatam. They got attracted, they wanted to have copulation with Lord Brahma, and they approached Lord Brahma. Translation: Lord Brahma then gave birth to the demons from his buttocks, and they were very fond of sex. Because they were too lustful, they approached Brahmaji for copulation. It reminds you of something today? It is called today? Huh? Yes. It's nothing new. It's there in Srimad Bhagavatam. The demons were born and they were gays. Kind of information. So, and then what Brahmaji did? Please repeat. Tato hasanasa Bhagwan Asurar nirpatarapah Anviya manastas tarso Kruddho bhita parapata. The worshipful Brahma first laughed at their stupidity, but finding the shameless Asuras close upon him, he grew indignant and ran in great haste out of fear. So the information in Srimad Bhagavatam is complete in all sense. Even Brahmaji has to go through this. What to speak of? Now let's see further. Again about the creation. So Brahmaji's son is Kardam Muni. Now we will go to his katha and we will see today's lessons. There are 3 things to be. Krishna can do any service. Abhi gaon mein, the person who goes and talks about this girl and this boy, Panditji is there, right? This boy with this, and he does matchmaking. It is not considered as a topmost service in the mankind, isn't it? It is a normal service. It's a good service, but it's a normal service. Krishna does that service in case of Kardam Muni. He does the job of matchmaking. That is one we will see. Then we will see, can we ask material things from Krishna, yes or no? And then Bhagavatam in this canto gives us the formula how never to get frustrated. Never get frustrated. It is exact translation has been given. No mental concoction here. So let us see these three things. So 3:21:6 Brahmaji asks Kardam Muni to beget children. So Bhagavatam tells us that commanded by Lord Brahma to beget children in the world, the worshipful Kardam Muni practiced penance on the bank of river Saraswati for a period of 10,000 years. Today any boy prays for even 10 minutes. What was he praying? We will see. He was praying to have a nice girl. Today anybody prays that I pray to you, give me some nice girl. 10,000 years chodo, 10 minutes also. Or the girl prays. Girls to actually do pray to Gopeshwar Mahadev. They are better off. Sola Zomba. And so nobody. Similarly, some people say, Lord Ram, he banished his wife. Who on earth has gone Sat Yojan after crossing the ocean to save his wife? Name one person. He was the king. If he wanted, he said, forget it, I have got many back home. What is the need? But no. He went. This is Maryada Purushottam. So he was commanded that you should worship. And Kardam Muni then went, and on the banks of river Saraswati for 10,000 years he was worshipping. And he pleased Lord Krishna. Meaning what? There is a very subtle meaning to this. Meaning, for this also Krishna is pleased. He was not asking for give me pure devotional service. I am only yours, you are mine. I don't want anything in life. We will see what he is asking for. He was praying that give me a girl who is according to my compatibility. Just for this he was praying for 10,000 years. And Krishna appeared, Bhagavatam tells us in 3:21:8, Supreme Personality of Godhead being pleased, he showed him personally. He was very satisfied that his desire has been fulfilled and he bowed. Now see what Kardam Muni says. Please repeat. Ye mayaya te hat mehda sutvat padarvindam bhavasindhupotam upasate Kamlavayatesham Rashish Kaman Niraye Piyesyu. Next two shlokas are completely contradictory and both are said by Kardam Muni. What he says? Ye Mayaya. Those persons who are deluded by the energy, by your energy, Bhagavan. He is appearing, standing in front, and Kardam Muni is saying, those persons, they are completely deluded by the energy. And Hat Medhasa, those who have lost their intelligence. Tat Pad Vindaram, Bhava Sindhu Potam. They don't take care the shelter of your lotus feet because they have completely misplaced their intelligence in the illusory energy. And what do? Upasate Kam Lavaya. They worship for obtaining trivial pleasures. Tesham Rasi, even though you bestow Kaman and Niraye, those desires you even can bestow in the hell, but they are behind those material pleasures. Who is saying this? Kardam Muni. Translation, listen carefully. Your lotus feet are the true vessel to take one across the ocean of mundane essence. Only persons deprived of their intelligence by the spell of the deluding energy will worship those feet with a view to attain the trivial and momentary pleasures of senses, which even persons rotting in hell can ascertain. However, my Lord, you are so kind that you bestow your mercy even upon them. What is he saying? He is criticizing whom? He is criticizing those who are asking for material pleasures. But what Kardam Muni himself doing? Now see what happens. This is a very achintya bheda ved. There is a meaning and a double meaning in this. Now you see what happens. And then he further says, Tatha sachaham parivod kamaha saman sheelam grahamedhi dhenum upeivan moolam ashesha moolam durashayah kam dughangripasya. I will straight read translation, then see word by word. So first he has said, your lotus feet are true vessels to take one across the ocean. But those who are deprived of intelligence, they worship to still get trivial momentary pleasures. However, you still bestow your mercy upon them. Now he is saying, therefore, the word is therefore. Therefore, desiring to marry a girl of like disposition, who may prove to be a veritable cow of plenty in my married life, to satisfy my lustful desire, I have too sought the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the source of everything, for you are like a desire tree. Just now he said that those guys are deprived of intelligence. He said, now he is saying therefore. Meaning, is he deprived of intelligence? Kardam Muni? See the intricacy in that. He is saying therefore, he is saying those are all trivial things which people who are deprived of intelligence they ask. Therefore, desiring to marry girl of like disposition, who may prove to be a veritable cow, I would like to have, because I have lustful desire, I would too like to have shelter of your lotus feet, which are like desire tree. So the question is, what does therefore mean here? We will read the previous shloka again. See, it's something you will enjoy. Transcendental anand you will get. First one is, please listen carefully. Your lotus feet are the true vessel to take one across the ocean of mundane essence. Only persons deprived of their intelligence by the spell of deluding energy will worship those feet with a view to attain the trivial and momentary pleasures of senses, which even persons rotting in hell can attain. However, O Lord, you are so kind that you bestow mercy upon them. Therefore, desiring to marry a girl of like disposition, who may prove to be a veritable cow, to satisfy my lustful desire, I too sought the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the source of everything, as you are like a desire tree. So what is this therefore? So therefore he is a person deprived of intelligence by the spell of deluding energy. Kardam Muni? Any guesses? The conundrum is clear, right? The conflict is clear, is it not? Huh? See, he has made two statements in this translation. One set of information is, your lotus feet are the true vessel to take one across the ocean of mundane essence. Last line, however, O my Lord, you are so kind that you bestow mercy even upon them. Therefore, but if you read, only persons deprived of their intelligence and they ask trivial things, therefore. Is it clear? So he is saying, therefore, I have lustful desire, I like a girl of disposition, and he will clarify further why is he doing all this. But he is saying, I know I have lustful desire, but you are the true vessel to take the across ocean of mundane essence, and you can bestow mercy. Therefore, I am asking you. Is it okay, clear or no?
But if you really appreciate Lord, that is to appreciation he has done. Right? So if it's clear of that about Krishna, then why is he having lustful desire?
Yeah, fantastic. Next verse will explain that.
Person who understands
100% correct. What is the need? We will explain. Bhagavatam will explain. Just hold for one or two more shlokas. It will come. Purport Prabhupada is writing. Hold your thought. We will come back to the question. We are not going away from there. In spite of his condemning persons, Prabhupada is writing now in purport. In spite of his, meaning Kardam Muni, condemning persons who approach the Lord for material advantages. Just to mention, Kardam Muni married Devahuti and their son was Kapil Dev, who did the Sankhya Yoga, right? So he is not an ordinary person. So in spite of Kardam Muni's condemning persons who approach the Lord for material advantages, Kardam Muni expressed his material inability and desire before the Lord by saying, although I know that nothing material should be asked from you, I nevertheless desire to marry a girl of like disposition. The phrase like disposition is very significant because this way the two can advance in spiritual and materially. So yes, because he was given the Agya by Brahmaji to generate, he was ready to do that. He did have lustful desire, but he knew that at the end of it, Krishna will only bestow mercy on me, and despite getting into this, this also will be Krishna service. Imagine if he wouldn't have married. Is it not? Then I think one of his daughters was Anusuya. Suya means jealousy. Anasuya means no jealousy. And whom she married? Atri Muni. And you know whom she preached? When?
When she was in Chitrapur.
When they were going in the jungle, at that time, Lord Ram asked Sita, go and take lessons from Anusuya. So they are those great. If they are not there, if nobody had children, Prabhupada wouldn't be there. Is it not? Only other rest class would be there. So what will happen? It will happen after 10,000 years maybe, but anyway. So Prabhuji, you are right. So Prabhupada explains that Kardam Muni wanted to have a wife of like disposition who is necessary to assist in spiritual and material advancement. Either one is of that the desire itself is not there. If it's not there, then it's fine. Then they are the brahmacharis and they are the sannyasis who come and teach. That is another class. But this is for grahastha ashram. That if one has desire, then one can approach Krishna and say, okay, I have this desire, but at least you give me a wife or a husband who has similar disposition so that at the same time I can still achieve Krishna. Somebody asked one sannyasi, Baba, you have done so much of penance for so many years. We are in grahastha ashram. How will we reach Krishna? He said, you know, when the train goes from Delhi to Agra and you want to go to Agra, you have two choices. Either you can sit in the train from Delhi or you can sit from Mathura. Train is the same. Similarly, the sannyasis have given, Prabhupada and Parampara has given the train starting from Delhi. You can sit in between. You don't have to go back to Delhi and then sit and do the entire thing which they did, which I am not capable only. Just board the train. Destination is same.
So if that is in the background,
Yes.
it's not a lusty desire, no?
Yes, but now, yes, in the long run you can say that, Prabhu. But he did say, I will tell you here, Prabhupada writes, the advantage of worshipping the Supreme Person is that even if one desires for material enjoyment, if he worships Krishna, he will gradually become a pure devotee and have no material hankering. This is the first is a matchmaker. We will see how he becomes a matchmaker, and then he says that eventually this will happen. So should one ask Krishna material things or not?
If it is for Krishna consciousness.
Haribol Jai. If it's for Krishna consciousness, no problem. Because activity is not a problem. Consciousness is the problem.
As long as we are not attached to that material. Then
Fantastic. So Sukdev Goswami tells to Parikshit Maharaj, famous verse. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udhara dhi तीव्रेण भक्ति योगेन यजेत पुरुष परम. तो there are these categories. Either one is akam. Akam का क्या meaning? No. Plus one more thing is there in akam.
Nothing actually related to this.
Yes, no material desire. Plus one more thing. Akam definition. Plus desire to serve Krishna. One is no material desire plus desire to serve. That is akam. Sarva kamo va.
All material
जो मर्जी चाहिए मस्त रहो. मोक्ष काम, liberation from birth, death, old age, disease. So Krishna is telling Udaharadhi, they are very broad-minded people. Even though are asking for material thing, nothing, or my devotional service or liberation, they are very broad-minded. Why? And how one can get all these things? Tivrena bhakti yogena. Tivra means fierce. Bhakti yogena yajeta purusho param. So a person who has broader intelligence, whether he be full of all material desire, without any material desire, or desiring liberation, by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the personality of Godhead. Now he explains to answer your question.
Akama, the definition is given here?
Yes, many places given. Bhagavatam mein. Here also it is given. The Prabhupada explains akamo in great detail. Because only no material desire, okay, so big, no big deal. partly achieved. But
It's not sustainable.
not sustainable. Yeah, sustainability is a big thing nowadays. Correct? Everything is nowadays, jeans also. My group CFO doesn't wash the jean for 1 month because say water. But he says now I have to use scent. Okay, now you see your question, Prabhuji. So he said that, what did he ask for? He asked, therefore desiring to marry a girl of like disposition, to satisfy my lustful desire, I have sought your shelter. Now let us see what he is saying next. However, persons who have given up stereotyped worldly affairs and the beastly followers of these affairs, and who have taken shelter of the umbrella of your lotus feet by drinking the nectar of your qualities, can be freed from the primary necessities of the material body. So he has the desire, and his father has told him, you do your job, you have to increase the population. But he is saying, yes, okay, I may have that, but all these things can be easily given one who is given, meaning even though he is in the middle of it, he is not in that. And later on also, after everything, as per the age, then the varnashram is there. So they can be freed from the necessities of material body. So, Maitreya is telling whom all this? Vidura. So Maitreya resumed and he said, now see what Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu replied. He is telling all this to Lord Vishnu, that I have this lust, you please give me this. I need an equal kind of a same disposition. But I know that if I am attached to your lotus feet, I will still not be in the samsara, I will still be in devotional service. That is the essence of this. Now Krishna telling, see the matchmaker. He is doing the job. Shri Krishna, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Viditva tava chaitya me Pureva samayojitat Yad artham Atma niyamahes Tvaya eva Ham samchiritaha. Bhagavan Uvacha. He said, Viditva. I understand. Understand क्या वो तो सर्वस्व चावर्दी सन्निविष्टो मत्ता सर परतर. Everybody is sitting and I am sitting. So he said, I understand. Don't worry. I understand what? Chaityam. I understand your mental condition. Pur eva samayojit. And previously this has been certainly was arranged. Yat artham. What I have already arranged for you, for what you have done artham, by Atma Niyama, by mind and senses, what you are trying to get, I have already arranged for you. See, sometimes I feel, oh, what will happen, but I can see up till here. But somebody who is standing much higher and a much brighter vision, he can see, oh, after this will happen. So I am feeling this, I don't know whether this will happen or not happen. So he said, don't worry. The Supreme Lord said, having come to know what is in your mind, I have already arranged matchmaking. For that for which you have worshipped me well through your mental and sensory discipline. Okay. He never disappoints, Prabhupada writes, he never disappoints a sincere devotee regardless of what he wants. Statements are, somebody can say, what is this? He was praying 10,000 years for so lusty, this, that. He never disappoints a sincere devotee regardless of what he wants. But he never allows anything which will be detrimental to the individual's devotional service. So, if some material desire is there and we are praying to Krishna, he will arrange for that desire to be fulfilled in such a way that it will not be detrimental to the individual's devotional service. This is the beauty. Because this is, I can say of myself, I can see myself here. Kardam Muni was, he is so elevated soul. But somewhere is dust particle behind I am also like this only. But there is so much satisfaction in reading this. He never disappoints. So one side, desire is also fulfilled. Other side, devotional service is also done. This he never disappoints. Prabhupada's words. Now, so matchmaking we have seen. Whether we should ask material or not. So actually speaking, everywhere we will find that one should not ask material things from Krishna. But this is a very elevated state. I am saying for myself. Because to reach there, I don't want anything. I can say, I want you and I want this also. This is the condition I have. I want this and I want you also. This I can say to Krishna. But to say, I want only you, I don't want anything else, I am not that great. Okay, I accept this fact. So, Krishna is giving the assurance. Prabhupada is giving, don't worry, both can be taken care of. And we can see in life of Kardam Muni how it was taken care of. So first one, matchmaking he has done. He said, I have already arranged. We will see. And he also tells who never gets frustrated. Bhagavatam is the answer. One chapter is there, right? Last one. Saman Bowman of all. This is the title Prabhupada has given. First canto last or second canto last? I don't know which one it is. That's the name of the chapter. Srimad Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. One chapter, and then it is the Saman Bowman. Okay. Who never gets frustrated. So this can tell us how not to get frustrated. Krishna said, Navai jatu mrashaiva syat prajadhyaksha madharanam bhavad vidheshva atitaram mai sangra Bhitat manam. Wow. First I will see the translation, then we will go word to word. Please repeat. The Lord continued. So he has already expressed his desire and he has told, I have already arranged, don't worry. Now Krishna is telling, my dear, please repeat. My dear Rishi, O leader of the living entities, for those who serve me in devotion by worshipping me, especially persons like you who have given up everything unto me, there is never any question of frustration. One more time. The Lord continued. My dear Rishi, O Lord of the living entities, for those who serve me in devotion by worshipping me, especially persons like you who have given up everything unto me, there is never any question of frustration. Now you see the meaning of this is bewildering. He is saying, especially persons like you who have given up everything unto me. Is it true?
Yes, very true.
How?
Because his ambition was to beget a child.
Ah.
He can serve, this way he can serve Krishna.
Okay, very nice. But in a way, for the sake of rasa.
Even this 10,000 also,
Ah.
this year standing on one leg, doing
Ah.
Vishnu, Om Namo, that is not that easy.
Ah.
He is doing because his purpose to please Krishna.
Now, fantastic. This is the real meaning. Now let us take some ras out of this. But actually he was asking for his lusty desires and Krishna is telling, you have given up everything unto me.
Because it is his greatness. It is not lusty desire.
But he himself is saying, I was lusty.
He is telling because great people may say, I am lusty. They really agree.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. This is one. There is one more meaning in this. How he has given up everything. What Krishna is telling. Yes, he has asked for it and his ultimate goal is Krishna. So therefore he has given up everything. So this is the right answer. But for the sake of getting some juice out of the shloka. Right? See here, what is it? The word to word. Navai jatu mrisha. Nothing goes useless. Nothing goes frustrating. Eva syat. Nothing goes frustrating and useless provided atitaram entirely my on me sangrabhita are fixed atmanam of whose minds. So if the mind, his mind was 100% fixed on Krishna, therefore he gave up everything to him, even though he was asking other things. Because ultimate goal, as you said, is to realize Krishna. So therefore Krishna said, meaning for us is, we may have some desire, but if the mind is fixed 100% on Krishna and the goal is him, there is never any question of frustration. This Bhagavatam tells how not to get frustrated. So not to get frustrated is, conditions apply for those who serve me in devotion by worshipping me and who have given up everything unto me. It may not be physical. Those who have fixed their minds 100% on him, Krishna says, job is done, you will never be frustrated. Nothing of your task will go bharsha. Here bharsha and frustration are the words. Now repeat what Prabhupada says. This is the Prabhupada's mercy to this world actually. If people read this, they can be so relaxed, at the same time everything taken care of. See, please repeat. Even if he has some desires, one engaged in the service of the Lord is never frustrated. Prabhupada put it in one simple line. Even if anybody has some desires, but if one is engaged in the service of the Lord, he or she is never frustrated. What a profound statement. Huh?
I mean, see, he will get transformed.
Ah.
See, I may have the desire, but as I am engaged in the devotional service, there will be transformation and purification. In
Yes.
the long run,
Yes.
it is going to be nullified and he will achieve the goal.
And while the process is on, one will not be frustrated. Because main problem is what of today's world? Frustration, right? Frustration, anxiety, stress. These three things. Prabhupada's words, even if he has some desire, he is mentioning about Kardamuni in general. If anybody has some desires, his purport, one engaged in the service of the Lord is never frustrated, even if he has some desires, whether worshipping with sakam or akam. Somebody can worship sakam, somebody can do akam. Of course, akam is elevated state. But even if somebody is doing sakam, she will not be frustrated. Those engaged in his services, they will not be. And one can worship him in two ways. Which are the two? Sakam and Krishna has said those people are pious people. Sakam people are very pious people. They may not be, they have not reached, but they should not be condemned, provided they are in devotional service or trying to do. Please repeat this. Bhagavad Gita 7:16. Yesterday we were discussing. Parmeshwar Prabhu was mentioning. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Jana sukrito Arjuna. Artho. Jigyasur. Artharthi. Jnani cha Bhartashabha. O best among the Bharatas Arjun, 4 kinds of pious people. He is not saying, अरे ये क्या है, ये तो दुखी हो गया आ गया मेरे पास, भगाओ इसको मांगने आ गया. No, Krishna is not like that. He is saying 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and one who is searching for knowledge of absolute. All 4 are sakam. अकाम तो इधर दे ही नहीं रखा है. All these 4 are actually sakam, because you will go up to liberation. That is also sakam. See, so he is saying even if these 4 are engaged in Lord service, even they will not be frustrated. I mean, we can say at least the extent of frustration we had 10 years back. All of you who are sitting here, you have lesser frustration, I can say. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Why would you spend your time in this? Frustration has to go down, no? Either if you are getting frustrated, why will you come? इधर आके भी वो बोलेंगे चलो जी यहाँ से यहाँ तक श्लोक याद करके सुनाओ, नहीं आता तो बाहर निकलो. तो फ्रस्ट्रेट होगा. वो चक्कर ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. आता किसी को ही नहीं आता है यहाँ. Beauty of Bhagavatam is nobody is, of course the parampara and acharyas are, but we are not pure devotees. I mean, at least I can say for myself, still struggling hard, but there is hope here that even if I am doing sakam, Baba, no problem, frustration nahi aayega and finally I will reach. Okay, let's proceed. Now he is telling the matchmaker. What is the time, Prabhu?
8:41.
Okay, fine. This is a good thing if we start on time. We can do some Bhagavatam and relish the, when Matajis they go, they have the cloth from the washing machine and by chance the dryer is not working. Then you go out in the balcony and then you see this one stand is there and then you take it out and then you do trrrr, and then this lot of water will come out. Like this Bhagavatam. You just touch it and the ras will drop. And that water is thrown, this you can drink. Pibat Bhagavatam rasamalayam mur aho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. The rasik they enjoy and they drink and oh wow, give me more, give me more. So this Pepsi has stolen from here only, give me more. Actually they are asking for Bhagavatam, not Pepsi. नहीं वो तो प्रभुपाद ने निकाल के दे दिया. हम तो खाली डुबकी लगा के चलो भैया. वो है ना, we used to share that there was this brahmachari was there and he went to his guru. His guru asked him, here is a juice, nectar, and you are a fly. And this is very deep. This place where the juice is there, it is very deep. How will you drink? You are a fly. How will you drink the nectar? मर्ज किया तो डूब जाएंगे. Huh? How will you drink, Prabhu? Guesses? Take a guess. All answers are right in spiritual journey. This is the beauty. There is nothing wrong here. Anand आना चाहिए बस. The fly will sit at the edge, right? He said, I will sit at the edge and I will try to drink the nectar. He said, oh fool, this is transcendental nectar. You will become eternal. You can deep dive into this. No need to be scared. पीछे साइड से बैठ के अंदर सीधा जाओ जैसे प्रभु साइड. तो पूरा डुबकी लगा लो इसमें, because you are not going to die. You will become amar actually.
We are thinking materially,
So Krishna said, now this is dialogue happening. The day after tomorrow, O Brahman, Kardam Muni, that celebrated emperor Manu, who is expert in religious activities, will come here with his queen Shatrupa wishing to see you. Match fixing. We prayed for 10,000 years thinking, अभी भगवान आएंगे फिर मैं मांगूंगा. Then he will tell, okay, I will arrange. और कुछ नहीं, already arranged. Day after tomorrow somebody is coming. सब तैयार है. देखो ये भगवान की स्पीड होती है. There was one person, he went to Krishna. Krishna, can you give me $1 billion? He said, why? He said, Krishna, $1 billion is only one dirham for you. Huh? He said, okay, you wait for 1 minute. He said, okay. He said, but that will be Brahma's 1 minute. Okay. Krishna further says, he is doing all kinds of jobs. I heard one. There was one Udiya saint in Jagannath Puri. He was very ill and he was having dysentery. But some karma was remaining. And Krishna wanted that it should, because if he completely removes the karma, other people will be very jealous. Hey, पूरा हटा दिया इसका, हमारे को ऐसे किया, इसको ऐसे किया. So one day he was lying on the bed and he suddenly saw there is lot of good aroma and he is getting cleaned up. So he saw Lord Jagannath was wiping his body and cleaning his body and his dysentery. So he said, why are you doing this? He said, but what is so surprising in this? You are my devotee. He said, no, you should not do all these things. No. It is okay. I am here for the devotees all the time. I am not in particularly removing the disease from you. But I am making sure that you do it, you have it also, and then you surpass it also. So this is the way he reciprocates. So he says, he has a grown-up daughter, Manu Shatrupa. He has a grown-up daughter whose eyes are black. She is ready for marriage. Now he is telling Kardan Muri, my dear sir, see, he is doing a perfect match making. My dear sir, her parents will come to see you, and you are exactly suitable for her, just to deliver their daughter as your wife. That princess will have the type you have been thinking in your heart. अभी बताओ इससे ज़्यादा क्या चाहिए, मतलब पूरा सेटिंग करके दे दिया उनको, चलो भाई. Now he is telling further, with your heart pleased by properly carrying out my command, because that also is coming through Brahma, you should generate. That is also Krishna's command, as Mataji said. Resigning to me the fruits of your acts, you will finally attain me. And then he gives him the big boon. O great sage, I shall manifest as Kapil Dev my own plenary portion through your wife Devahuti. And after that Krishna departed, and out of love he dropped 2 tears of love for Kardam Muni, and that became Bindu Sarovar. Bindu Sarovar, and he stayed near the Bindu Sarovar. He said, this is the Sarovar I have to be. And after some time, who came? Manu, Shatrupa and Devahuti. They all 3 came. And then Manu offered Devahuti to Kardam Muni. But see, now is the answer which we are all thinking of. Kardam, when he said, Manu said, please marry my daughter. Huh? And you know who's her brother? Uttanapad. Uttanapad's son was such a magnanimous family. So Kardam Muni said, when he said, you marry Devahuti, Kardam Muni said, please repeat, therefore I shall accept this chaste girl as my wife on the condition that after she bears semen from my body, I shall accept the life of devotional service. बीच में सब ठीक है, बट अल्टीमेटली ये है, आपको ठीक है. Nowadays तो बॉय और द गर्ल साइड दे डोंट इवन टेल फुल स्टोरी कि घर में क्या हो रहा है. बाद में पता पड़ता है कि वो दुबई में आके एक गार्डनर ने मर्सिडीज के आगे फोटो खिंचा के एक रिच गर्ल से इंडिया में शादी कर लिया. वो सब चक्कर नहीं, वो पहले ही बता दिया, भाई देखो ऐसा ऐसा है, आई एम ऑन अ डिवोशनल पाथ. But he knew. What did he knew? What he know from Krishna? That the girl is of the same type. तो प्रॉब्लम की कोई बात नहीं है, बट फिर भी पेरेंट्स आर पेरेंट्स, बोला भाई सुन लो आप. हालांकि दिस आर thousands of years it continued, but nevertheless. So Kardam Muni expressed his desire for a very Prabhupada writes, for a very beautiful wife, and he accepted. Kardam Muni was in hermitage practicing complete celibacy as a brahmachari, and although he had the desire to marry, he did not want to be a householder for the whole span of his life. Basically, Varnashram. That was the time when they were used to go. See, there was one person, maybe we share this, and he told one day to his wife, I am taking sannyas, tomorrow I am leaving. So the wife was little taken aback. Suddenly what happened? He said, why you want to take sannyas? He said, no, I want to go door to door and beg for alms and then have food. So she said, one place only you beg, no? Why you are going 50 places? You stay here, beg one place and eat and finish. Okay, so after that, Kardam Muni became silent after telling all this, and a smile came on his face. Prabhupada writes, the smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling he wins so many admirers, disciples and followers. This he is writing about himself, Prabhupada, without taking the name. Correct? His smile was so attractive that he won so many admirers, disciples and followers. And then Kardam Muni accepts Devahuti. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavarind ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Okay, it is now 8:50, 10:12.